Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. We have new episodes dropping every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Also, visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on your Packers. Today, we take a look at two areas where the Packers' depth players have stepped up and one which the team has yet to figure out. I mean, injuries are unfortunately a part of football, and the depth of every NFL team is tested over the course of a 17-game season. And, you add the preseason, training camp, postseason, hopefully, and you can see the toll that it takes. And the Green Bay Packers are no exception. And this year, we've seen plenty of evidence as several key players have been lost to injury, including some for the entire rest of the season. The mentality in the NFL is usually next man up. Here's a look at two areas where next man up has worked for the Packers and one which the team still needs to figure out. Area number one, defensive end. When the Packers traded for Micah Parsons, it looked like Kingsley Enagbare was going to see a lot less playing time behind Parsons and Gary. Originally, it was supposed to be Enagbare and Lucas Van Ness fighting for that starting spot opposite Gary, but the injury to Van Ness has actually helped Enagbare get some more reps in recent games. And against the Bears, Enagbare came up big. He recorded the only sack of the game, which came late in the second quarter and kept the Packers up by two scores, 14-3 at the half. And then the other big play on the final drive of the game, the Bears had 3rd and 1 with less than a minute to go at the Green Bay 14. And Enagbare made a great tackle on Kyle Monangai at the line of scrimmage, brought up 4th down, and on that 4th down play, Keyshawn Nixon intercepts Caleb Williams in the end zone to clinch the win for the Packers. Enagbare has 2 sacks on the season, but 1.5 of them have come in the last 2 games. He's got 30 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 7 quarterback hits, and he is now a valuable part of the rotation at defensive end. The injury to Van Ness in recent weeks has helped him step up. The second area where the depth has stepped up so far is tight end. And when I say stepping up, that doesn't mean that the depth players are equally as good as the guys they're replacing, but that these depth players have done their job to make solid contributions in the absence of the starter. So at tight end, you lose Tucker Kraft in week 9 when the Packers played the Panthers. And it took a little while for Matt LaFleur to figure things out, but now they're getting more productivity. Luke Musgrave finally being more productive. I think it's because Matt LaFleur has played more to Musgrave's strengths. The first couple of games, they just had Musgrave do the same things Kraft did. And that really didn't work out so well because Musgrave has a different skill set than Kraft. Kraft is your outlet receiver. He'll catch a 5-yard pass and run for another 9-10 yards. His ability to turn those short passes into longer gains, a big asset. But Musgrave has the speed to stretch the seam and get downfield more than Kraft does. And in the last couple of games, we've seen more from Musgrave. Yeah, officially he caught 2 passes for 22 yards against the Bears. There was also that 34-yard pass from Love that really should have been ruled a catch, but somehow was overturned despite a lack of clear evidence on any replay that the television broadcast showed. Maybe the officials had a different replay, but it sure as heck looked like there was no clear evidence to overturn the call of a catch on the field. We've also seen Musgrave draw a pass interference penalty a week ago against Detroit when he was running deep downfield. So by using Musgrave's downfield speed, LaFleur has increased the productivity of Musgrave and the offense. And against the Bears, we also saw productivity from the backups now, John Fitzpatrick and Josh Whyle. Fitzpatrick caught 2 passes for 14 yards. They helped keep drives alive. And Wiley, who was signed to the active roster from the practice squad when Kraft got hurt, he had one catch, but it was for 21 yards. So again, the next guy steps up into a bigger role. And in the case of Wiley, it's the third tight end role. May not get a lot of opportunities, but when you make one catch in your only target and you pick up 21 yards, you're making the most of those opportunities. Now, the third area, which the team has yet to figure out, is defensive tackle. And that makes sense because Devontae Wyatt just went down for the season on Thanksgiving against the Lions. So Carl Brooks and Colby Wooden got the majority of the snaps against the Bears. Brooks with 47 snaps, Wooden with 43. Warren Brinson was on the field for 27 snaps, and then the newly added Jordan Riley played 14 snaps. Now, we did not see Nazir Stackhouse. He was inactive, as was the newly acquired Quinton Bohanna. But ultimately, so far, and again, it's one game, not a lot of pass rush from the tackles. Brooks had one hurry, but that was about it. And the Packers clearly missed Devontae Wyatt's ability to apply pressure from the middle of that defensive line. And against the run, Green Bay's defense very strong in the first half, but they kind of got tired as the game went on, and the Bears were able to run effectively in the second half. Managed to tie the game after trailing by 11 heading into the intermission. And eventually, the Packers did find a way to win. But Jeff Hafley, now faced with the difficulty of figuring out how to best replace as much of the production that Devontae Wyatt provided. And he has 4 regular season games left to try to figure that out. Visit our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Daily Packers Post. I'm Gil Martin. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And of course, go Pack Go.